good. There we go. Welcome to another episode of Hit the Mics with Ryan D. Everybody, I, of course, am Ryan D.
No, not Rogers.
That's right. Today, a very special guest in with us, Luis Noriega, comedian Luis Noriega. How are you, motherfucker? How are you, man?
I'm buzzing, living the dream, enjoying life, man.
That's all we want for people on this show. We want people to be buzzing and living the dream.
Having a good time.
Buzzing, boozing, and losing.
Yeah, the most important thing.
Totally. So, well, welcome, dude. You wanted to come in. We were talking last week. You wanted to come in just to check out how we operate here, and this is.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing a podcast myself, but I'm like a Neanderthal when it comes to technology.
Well,
so
when it comes to your looks, too.
I like it. A lot of, you know what? You know what? The reason I stopped shaving and cutting my hair was because my dad was like, he's a diabetic, him and my mom. And he's like, if you get a haircut and you bring coronavirus back and you kill me and your mom, can you live with that? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm not shaving. I'm not cutting my hair forever then. So that's why I stopped. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to cut my hair then. I like it, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, I like the grizzly look, man.
It looks all right on you.
Yeah,
It
fits.
I got the old man sweater, man. I'm feeling it.
You look like a professor, like a college professor.
I want to I need to get those leather things on my arm.
You teach philosophy and you hit on freshmen.
Hey, that's why I love high school girls, man.
I was gonna say Mission Impossible villain.
I could do that too, like Russian broski. Hey, bro, you come at me, I will take you down.
Yeah,
I like it.
You should try and hit auditions for shit like that.
I'm trying to, man, but this whole COVID thing fucked it up for everybody.
You'd be a really good villain.
Auditions are so people are so booked and stuff.
My dad says I look like a Teen Wolf. And I get mad because my dad, if you look at my dad, he looks like the dad from Teen Wolf. So I'm like, fool, why are you talking shit? Like, so I'm like, we're like the perfect father-son combo, bro. All right.
Oh, man. So how you been? How do we handle this whole thing?
I've been all right, man.
So you're actually still going on stage and shit? Like, I don't know. I haven't been on stage since, like...
I've actually been going out, trying to hit a couple open mics. I did, like I said, I think it was Vicky's Playhouse on Melrose. Yeah. I've been going there. Ryan Razmanovich.
Hold on. How are they running those though with like quarantine and
just show up, man? Man, it's comedians. Like, just go have a fun time.
Yeah. Good
time. Like, it's a cool room. Just they have the sanitizer there. They fucking sanitize the mic. Try out new shit. And it's a fun room, man. It's a cool room. That room, I heard there's a couple rooms that are open right now still.
I actually did karaoke a couple nights.
There you go.
They sanitize the mic every single time.
So that's what they have to do.
That wasn't because of the COVID. Fool. You were spitting on it. You were spitting too much on it, man.
Mr. Brightside, I'm spitting something.
Oh. Yeah, man. No, so I've been doing that. I got booked a couple times for a couple shows, but it's just a weird time we live in right now that this thing happened, and I'm like, okay, crap. Like, what are we gonna do? Just give up and lock ourselves in our places?
That's kind of what I did.
Yeah.
But it's also good though, right? Like, just to like
get out a little bit.
Yeah. Yes. No, I agree. I totally. It's I've been looking. I've been wanting to go out, but it's like, to me, it just doesn't even seem worth it anymore. Like,
but go out and do what?
Like, to do stand up. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You can still do it. Or you could do it on it. You could just get on. I don't know. People are doing.
People have been doing the Zoom shit. But
I don't like it. Yeah,
I don't like that either.
Yeah, you still haven't done one though.
I still haven't done one.
Yeah. It's because the thing about stand up is you need to be in front of a crowd to get the reaction back, and Zoom, it's delayed and it's weird and it's not really stand up because you're like doing it on a FaceTime.
Yeah.
My homeboy just tried to book me on a show right now, and I was like, oh, do I want to do a Zoom show? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just so weird to me. I did do a private party. I did like a backyard party.
Oh, there you go.
And that was all right. It was fun. I didn't like flop as hard as I thought I was gonna do it because I hadn't been on for so long.
And you know what? That's one of the things that scared me because I realized like repetition makes you better. So when you stop, I was like super sluggish, super slow. I did do a smoke and toke show down in Downey a while back, and I never really done it, but it was a bunch of potheads.
Yeah.
And I thought I
From
was
like an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
okay, but
Yeah.
I thought I was bombing. It was me, a couple other comics that are pretty good,
Yeah.
and I thought I was bombing. But after the comic or the people were telling me like, no, dude, we're all high. It takes us a while to like laugh. So you guys are doing awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, me and the other comics were like talking to each other, like, dude, are we that off that we haven't done it in a while and we're
Yeah.
off? But it was just an interesting show, man.
Right.
Yeah, you did it with China.
No, I've done a few of them like in the Inland Empire and
Ah.
like one in I did one in Vegas too, which was fucking weird.
Good, but it's weird though because you say your joke and you think it bombs and you move on to the next one.
I thought I tanked too. It was the same thing, and that's the thing was everyone was just like, no, they're like, no, that shit was funny, dude.
But-
But they just like couldn't even open their eyes, you know, like.
By the time you start your second joke though, that's
start
when they start
laughing.
laughing
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, wait, what the hell? You're
Yeah.
tripping out, yeah.
Takes a while. They got to buffer a little bit before
Yeah,
the jokes go through.
buffering. That's the perfect
Yeah,
word.
Yeah.
buffering. Yeah, they're processing everything. It's like it's like they're just on a slow process.
Yeah.
They're like they're like fried computers. You just
Yeah.
kind of
Again, it was because when you do it in front of drunks, I think I'm better with drunks because I am a drunk.
yeah.
And drunks right away they get it because they're paying attention and they're just waiting to laugh, and
Yeah.
it's easier for me. But when it was like potheads, I was like, okay, I gotta slow it the fuck
Yeah,
down.
100%.
Yeah, like it's kind of like a chop music. You know, like Houston chop, like
Chop and Screwed.
Yeah, chop and
Yeah.
screwed. That's how you got to do your comedy when you do it in front of
You
potheads.
slow it the fuck down.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
hey, so why did the duck cross the road? See, you guys are laughing already because he wanted to get to the other side, and that's how you gotta do those rooms, I guess. Now,
Yeah, that's everyone chopped and screwed and they're all on that syrup.
yeah,
Had to
big
slow
time,
it down.
Fucking-
big time.
That's why Mike Jones repeated himself all the time. Make sure the people got it.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Just take a short video while we're
Oh,
going.
shit.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but yeah, I was doing that.
Turn the flash up or whatever. Fuck it.
But-
Oh, yeah, the video.
No,
I don't know if that
no,
was a
take a
picture.
video.
I was
I
trying
just
to
thought-
pose.
take
and
a
shit.
short
I'm
video
trying to
so
pose
I-
and look cool over
So I
here.
can post it on Instagram.
Alright,
Go
cool.
ahead.
No, but yeah, man, I've been Ryan, man, the other Ryan, the Serbian dude. That
Fucking-
fool's been killing it, man.
Serbian.
He's
Yeah.
Serbian, man.
Is
He's
that
a
the
cool.
one who's doing an open mic in Hollywood?
No, this guy's doing a book room Friday nights in Bajas. Super cool guy. That he's been killing it. You should talk to that guy, man. If you want to get some stage time, that guy's the man to know, man.
Yeah, you know what, man? I just need to. I'm not even sure if I'm ready to go back yet.
But again,
honestly.
you never are. Just do it.
Yeah,
I said just do it.
Yeah.
I'm
Jump
just.
in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I've been kind of putting it off because like I've been scared to like bomb. Like
You know what? I
You
don't.
bombed before though. Like,
I know.
It's part of it.
I know,
You
but,
don't
like-
enjoy it though. I enjoy it sometimes. I enjoy. No. It's a lot of people don't like.
Well, you know what? Okay, we were talking. Sorry, this is what we were talking about. I was talking to him about is like I know when I go back, like I want to go back to like some shitty rooms where I know I can tank and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No,
And so is
Well-
that one of those good rooms to do?
that's what it sounds like the room is. I mean,
But okay, I enjoy awkward moments in life, and the older I get, the more I realize awkward moments don't happen that often because I don't care anymore when I'm old.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's
Bob,
awkward to other people.
and I still don't give. But I like seeing them squirm.
Yeah.
But again,
I get what you mean.
when you say like I'm afraid of, I don't get that fear anymore. I'm like, why are you scared? You're never gonna
It's
see. these
because I
people.
was over it and I was doing great shows.
But when you
and then-
stop,
and then when
you're
I stop-
afraid to go back to the beginning. You're like,
Yes.
oh yeah, all right, I get you.
exactly.
I
Because
get
like
you.
I'm
Yeah.
done with like I've passed this part. You know?
I enjoy that though. I
Yeah.
still enjoy bombing and people hating me or like saying like, "Excuse me, that joke." I did a joke. I did a joke at that weed shop or that weed spot, and there was like this gangbanger with a teardrop, and I said a joke where I said like, "I feel bad for pedophiles in 2020 because to be a pedophile in 2020, you kind of have to be a chubby chaser because kids are so fucking fat nowadays." And funny joke, right? I think it was a funny joke.
That's a good one.
Okay, but this gangbanger went up to me, this gangbanger with a teardrop, and he was like, "Hey, homie, I know you think you're funny and all, but I don't think pedophilia is a funny joke." And I'm like, the joke wasn't about pedophiles. The joke is about fat kids.
Yeah.
But again, the fact that he was trying to drop knowledge to me, I'm like, all right, dog. And I just have to stand there. He's a gangbanger. I don't know if he's going to shank me or not. So I'm like, all right, yeah, man. Yeah, you're right. That's it. Yeah.
that's
Like, you got a
funny.
teardrop. You killed somebody. Like, why the fuck are you telling me this,
Yeah.
you know? But see, again, I enjoy that. I enjoy awkward or weird fucking moments, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely with you on that. But it's just been, that's the thing, it's just been so long. It's like having to get back in the groove that I'm afraid of. Like
no,
it's like
but
jumping back in.
enjoy it though. But that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. It's like sometimes sex isn't all that. It's the trying to get the sex that
Yeah.
makes it fun.
Yeah.
The chase, and that's what I'm saying though. I like going out there with no new material and say like, hey, let me write some new stuff and see if it works. And if it sucks, I'm like, damn, I eat a bag of dicks. I enjoy that feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
It makes you want to kill yourself.
Yes, yes. No, it does. You say a joke and nobody laughs, and you think it's like, oh, this joke is gonna kill, and you're
You
like,
have to be some sort of masochistic to get on stage
Oh,
and
for
have a room full
sure.
of people you don't know
For
judge
sure.
you.
it's.
sure.
I was just saying that last night. It's a weird feeling because I got an uncle. He's like the Mexican Richard Pryor, man.
Yeah.
This fool's funny, but he doesn't want to go on stage. I had an ex-girlfriend, funny as hell. She didn't never wanted to go on stage, and
Yeah.
like I would tell him, like, dude, if you go up there, you'll be funny. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need that. I don't need that
That's what I tell
validation.
this guy all the time.
I need validation. I'm insecure as fuck. That's why I go up
Good,
there.
yes.
And I say, it's a weird insecurity that comics have that
Yeah.
we need to please people. That's why I say comics, we're the best lovers because
Hey.
we want to deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when we're comedians, we're like, hey, we want to deliver. I feel that way, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's why are you moving away when I say
I'm
we're
not-
the best
I'm
lovers? I said we're the best lovers. Like, oh fuck this! I started moving away from. I'm not gonna fuck you, fool. Like, relax, dog.
Trying to adjust my seat.
I'm not gonna try to like. We're the best lovers, and he starts moving to the side. The fuck, dog.
Wait, so how long have these like open mic spots you've been talking about been open?
They've been open. They haven't
entire time?
closed. Yeah, a lot of people
Oh,
think.
shit.
I think what's that dude's name? He's a cool dude. He's a very he pushes the envelope. You know the guy, Reverend Johnny Stewart.
Yeah.
He got this place on Melrose. Funny room, great room. Everybody's in there smoking, drinking, having a great time, trying out stuff. 10 minutes, great room, man. I think it's Vicky's Playhouse or Vicky's Playground or Playhouse something off of Melrose.
Okay.
Great room.
I'm gonna have to check it out then. I'll
Check
have
it
to get-
out, man.
Well, the fucked
Well,
up
what
thing-
nights does it happen? Does he
Almost
do it?
every night, dude. Almost every night, man. It's a good fucking room, man, to practice new stuff.
What are you doing tomorrow? My bad. Let's go tomorrow.
Yeah, we could go tomorrow. We can go tomorrow.
Like, fuck
Check,
it.
check it
You
out,
got
man.
that- Yeah, you got some stuff you got to do, but
Well, I gotta be in Big Bear tomorrow.
I know. I meant after Big Bear. Maybe
Maybe.
be there all day.
Maybe.
You know.
Wait,
Yeah.
Is Big Bear the gay dude that you met online? Or... Nah, just like-
No, I might be. Well, I'm moving to the Inland Empire soon, which sucks.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
IE, wow.
Yeah. Well, look at where I'm at right now. I'm in a garage, so I gotta figure out.
Still though, man, you need to do this. You need to enjoy this moment right now. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people don't enjoy the struggle anymore, and I feel that's what makes you better.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Like people want like the instant success and instant gratification. And I think that's what's fucking us up.
No,
as this.
I don't want that. Look. I'm just saying that's why I'm doing something to get out of this. I'm trying
But
to.
you're here with your dog. Tell me this is not like a 1990s SNL movie. Like I'm living in a garage with my dog. Yeah, you would be a fucking star if this was a movie.
Yeah.
You got an old bulldog that
Yeah,
farts all the
tell
time.
me that's a fucking
Yeah.
Adam Sandler vehicle right there, dude. It's like, oh, he's a struggling comedian living in a garage with his bulldog. He's got peanut butter. I don't know why you got a peanut butter, but I'm just saying, this is a fucking. You're doing a podcast. How is this not a what's that? The two
Thoughts on WAP on wet ass pussy?
wet ass pussy. Where's that at?
That's what we got a comment.
Twitch.
You know, WAP used to be
It used to be
without papers, and that was
Yeah,
for
without papers, yeah.
Italians.
Yeah.
When I was in the military,
WOP.
right? But when I was in the military, a lot of my Italian homeboys would talk shit because I was Mexican, and they would talk shit about like how wetback. I'm like, fool, like we didn't even cross shit. We were already here.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers had to cross the ocean to get over here.
Yeah,
you
you're
guys
the-
are
you're the real
You got the
wetbacks.
real wetbacks, and like my
I'm
home.
a wetback. You're wet feet.
Right, but these fools like I don't know what it is about like Italians and Irish dudes from like the
We don't do
northern-
that either.
Yeah, I'm like fools. You guys are the ones that came over. Like we were already here, dog. But big shout out to my homie Casarino down in San Diego. Funniest Italian dude I ever met. Dog. That was a funny cat, man.
No.
He says it's worship and prayer.
Yeah, that's it. We don't do that either.
We don't do that either.
We don't do that. Well, I mean,
Thoughts on WAP? If we're talking about wet ass pussy, we all enjoy it.
Yeah, Cardi B's great.
if it is, man.
Yeah.
And-
Well, that threw it off.
Yeah, that was a very
No, because I didn't. This is interesting. I've never like done one of these. Like I said, I'm very technologically like Neanderthalish when it comes to all this shit. I don't even know if that's a word, but like I'm like a monkey when I see a computer, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
so like that's why I wanted to come here and check this out. You guys got a cool ass setup here, man.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
I don't know, you're making us nervous, bro.
The what?
Oh, the bass.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. It's the headphones, dude. It's this thing. The
Oh, my
amplifier.
bad. The video game
It's kind of
headphones.
fucking up. So I can turn these down. That'll probably help.
Mic check, yeah.
I think it's just because like when we all talk at the same time, the headphone thing kind of over it. Yeah, kind of yeah.
See, that's another shit. I'm like, can you hear it? All right, who gives a
Yeah.
fuck? Just,
See, like
yeah. But see,
yeah.
again,
But it's recording fine. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not peaking on there. So yeah.
okay, good guys.
Yeah, it's just because we have cheap.
Can I say something, man?
Yes,
'Cause
yeah.
the first time I met Ryan, man, Ryan was running a room, the Silver Dollar Saloon, and he got mad at me because I guess his brother is dating the bartender there.
Oh yeah.
And I told Ryan, like, dude, that bartender is hot. He's like, hey, man, that's my brother's girlfriend, man. You got to watch it. And I'm like, dude, she's fucking hot, though, bro. And Ryan got so mad at me. I was like, dude, like, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying she's fucking hot. And, hey, bro, that's my brother's sister, my brother's girl, bro. Like, what are you doing? I'm just, she's
how was that
beautiful.
supposed to
She's gorgeous. And but when he kept on getting mad, I kept on, like, rubbing it in.
When you kept doing that, that's
I'm
why I
like,
got
but
mad.
she's hot though, and I kept on doing it on purpose to piss him off. Like, but she's so fucking hot, man. And hey, bro, he started taking off his jacket. I'm like, that was funny, man. I was just fucking, but she is hot though. Like she's fucking,
very attractive.
She's
Yes.
gorgeous, and
Yes.
but when I saw this fool getting mad, I don't know why I like
turn it up.
I like twisting the knife a little bit. Like, why is this fool getting mad at me? I didn't say anything bad.
I wasn't getting mad at you. It was just because it was.
But I said it like I was drunk, and
you were saying it loud, and you kept saying it over and over again.
because you kept on getting mad. And no, but I told you, the drunker I get, the more I sound like a beaner, like an East LA accent
Yeah.
comes out.
Fuck.
Like, hey, and whenever you say, I'm like, hey, she's fucking hot. Oh, she's fucking hot. And I noticed that you got mad at that. I don't know why I brought that up, because I always thought that you got mad at me after that day. I was like, oh, that fool probably hates me.
No.
Don't fuck
Alright.
with me anymore.
Yeah.
No,
I was
nah.
like, oh, fuck, did he get mad that day? I was like,
I think that was the fuck. I saw you somewhere. You crushed, and then like, and you bitched about people I didn't like. So I was like, I'm like, I like this guy.
No, but because no. The thing about comedy is it's very segregated. They're different groups, and I like again, I'm not angry. I'm just like be honest about it.
Yeah.
There's certain groups over here. There's certain groups over there. There's certain groups over here, and there's people that I fuck with, and I'm like, all right, this guy's a cool guy.
Well, but the thing is like, there's a lot of ass kissing too, and there's a lot of just be true, like you said, just be true to it. Like there's a lot of people that just like. They'll talk shit and then like.
But if you book them, they'll still fucking kiss your ass.
Yeah, then they'll turn around. Yeah, and it's like fuck all that, man. And like so you were talking to me about a few people, and I was like, yeah, I don't fuck with those guys anymore.
They went on a podcast and talked shit about me, and like I hope they're watching. I'm like, fuck them. You know who you are.
And I was like, I don't fuck with those guys anymore. You're like, yeah, what the fuck is their problem? Blah, 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 blah. And they're like, they don't like me.
Right. And it's not that. It's just that they want to put their own people on, and I get it. I'm like, okay, I get it.
I'm gonna help your friends out.
Like when I went into like a Hollywood, and because when I started doing this, I started hating it hard, man. I looked at this as a serious job.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
As
I
did I.
was going to Orange County, I was going to Inland Empire, I was going to Hollywood, I was going wherever I could, just because I wanted to get out there and bust my ass.
Yeah.
And I noticed, like, yeah, it's territorial. People like want to put their friends on, and I'm like, okay, I get it, but just say that. Don't fake it and be like, oh, hey, we got this next guy. Some people don't like you no matter what, and I'm like, all right, I see it, I feel it. Like a lot of people hate me because I got called. I went to a show in Hollywood one time, and. I did well. I think I did well, but people were like, "Oh, we got another." And like, there was a lot of white people there, and the host was like, "Another typical George Lopez, East LA guy." Like,
Dude,
and I'm like,
you.
"Fuck you, dude!"
Yeah.
Like, but again, there's nothing wrong with that.
He said that after you went on?
Yeah, and
He
I
was
did.
MC?
Yeah,
Oh.
and
I hate that
They
shit,
started
man.
hating on me, but I'm like, I am from East LA.
Yeah.
I talk like that.
Yeah.
My shit's
Yeah.
like
I'm sorry I
that.
didn't come here from fucking Ohio.
Yeah.
You guys don't know anything.
You're
But
right.
Get
again,
the fuck out of here.
But again, I realized that, and I was like, okay, it is very like.
It's very cliquey.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I
but
got that. Somebody made fun of me for doing like a Bill Cosby bit, and like not doing like a shitty impression of Bill Cosby.
Did you rape the girl? Or what the fuck you do? What the fuck you do, bro?
No, I
Bill
had this
Cosby,
shitty fucking Cosby impression that I do, and I do like a whole. I do a bit like
I think I remember that one.
Well, like Cosby would do like movie reviews, and he's like,
Sleeping
Force
Beauty.
Awakened would be a good movie, but I think it should be called Force It In Before You Awaken. And then,
That's a good one.
and I did that one, and it was like a bit that was working, so I was doing it at like this mic, but it was like a hipster mic, and so
Yeah,
everyone fucking ripped on
that's-
me for the rest of the night.
That's the thing. You just said it, hipster.
Yeah.
It's the whole like.
Comedy has to be thought provoking.
Yeah.
Or not
Comedy
just
doesn't
that
have
though.
to make you laugh.
But see, the thing I get mad at is that I always my dad. It's the whole Karen movement. The whole Karen movement fucked it up for comedy, where we need to listen to them because they know what's funny, and I'm like, fuck you. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, Karen, but I think social media has a
But
lot
the
to do
thing
with it.
is, if you're like like me, I consider myself an ignorant Mexican from East LA.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's
But-
expressing himself,
But
so
we-
let
but
him
we're-
do
But
it.
you're the funniest people that I wouldn't, that like a lot of us would know, though, right? Like that's the crazy.
But
thing,
it's
right?
also like the white girls are like, let him do it because that's the only way he knows how to express himself, and it's very condescending to me.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, so if you're a hood, let's say a hood black person or hood Mexican, we're okay by saying the fucked up shit that we say. But if you're an educated Mexican or an educated black person, you can't say that, and that's very condescending on their part, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
I had a joke about spousal abuse where I'm the one getting hit,
Yeah.
and this white girl tried to come up to like, you can't talk about that. I'm like, I'm the one getting hit in the joke, and like I got in an argument with her. I'm like, dude, you didn't even listen to it, so what the fuck are you even arguing? Like, so annoying,
they just
man.
hear it's like a graph they have of like certain words or phrases or subjects, and if you touch on that, no matter what you're saying or what the joke is, it's like automatically no. You can't say anything about that. It's like, no, shut the fuck up and listen. Maybe you might learn something. Maybe you might laugh. Maybe you might see a different perspective. Maybe get the fuck out of the comedy club and go watch fucking Grey's Anatomy at home by yourself.
It's like somebody saying that, hey, I just quit smoking, and they really just started smoking a week ago, and they're like, oh, congratulations, you just quit smoking? You just started smoking a fucking week ago. Shut the fuck up. You didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
It's this grandstanding thing that people feel like, I want to be known as the person that shut something down or did something, and
it's
like, you
this white.
didn't
You know
do
what
shit.
it is? It's this white savior complex. They want to be like, I have all this white guilt and I feel bad because we're getting called out now, so I'm gonna do everything I can to try to save everybody from themselves.
I remember.
It's just shut the fuck up and listen. That's what you need to do.
But it's also
That's all it is.
everyone wants to go on stage and talk about something like no one. That was a weird trend that I was starting to realize too. Is like no one wants to talk about the negative things in the world. Like a lot of people just want to talk about like positive stuff or reasons. Like reasons why they quit drinking or something like that. Reasons why they. And it's like I remember one time I got this guy got so mad at me because it was just a knee jerk reaction. Like I was at the Ice House doing the mic, and this guy goes up and he's like, I'm 22 and I quit drinking, and I was like, boo.
No.
Yeah.
And I was, and I didn't mean, it was like at an open mic, and then he's like, did someone just boo me at an open? He legit, like his whole 3-minute set was him trying to find out who booed him.
At an open mic, of all places.
And I was just in the back, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't mean to hurt his feelings. I was booing the fact that he was 22 and he quit drinking. I'm like, how do you even have material?
You know what though? It's because sometimes, I like seeing that person that is gonna be like that bitch, and I try to see if I could like get her to say something because I just want to shut her up.
Yeah.
I remember I had this one joke where I said this joke. This white lady tried to like cut me off and like tell me that you gotta, and in the joke the joke basically is 4% of Major League Baseball is African American.
Yeah.
The rest of the dark foods that you see on there, they're Dominican, Puerto Rican, Jamaican, or Puerto Rican, Mexican, Venezuelan.
Yeah.
And me and my friend Jamal were watching this, and when the report came out, my friend Jamal was like, "Oh, that's right, man. That's a wetback sport. All you wetbacks breaking piñatas, that's why y'all good at that." And I told him, "Well, I don't know about you, Jamal, but the best times I ever had was playing catch with my dad. Maybe if your dad stuck around, you'd be good at baseball too."
Yeah.
Now, this white lady came up to me after the show, and she's in front of I was kicking with a couple black dudes, and she was like, excuse me. I just want you to know that joke was offensive. And I was like, what are you talking about? The joke about Jamal, like just because his father left him, you shouldn't make fun of him. And I was like, well, first of all, lady, Jamal's a Filipino guy. I never mentioned Jamal's race or ethnicity. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I never seen a white girl backpedal so much. But the funny thing is, my homeboy Jamal was right there next to me, and I was hey, he was black. But again, I wanted to shut her up. 'Cause I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
God damn you.
Yeah, you made him black in your head.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Well, no, the reason I wrote that joke was because a lot of people thought that joke was offensive, but I'm like, it's not offensive.
But it's a funny like dynamic between you and your friend.
Because it happened organically.
Yeah.
I was in the military. Me and my black friends used to talk shit to each other. Me and my Italian friends used to talk shit. The best racist jokes you will ever hear is in the military.
Yeah.
Like Irish, Italian, white, like my white trash homies. I love hanging out with them because they had some. I could clown them and they could clown me, and I wasn't butthurt. I'm like, hey Noriega, you gonna go sell oranges? Hey, did you like? I had this white homeboy. He grew up in Orange County, and I remember one time I told that fool like for Mother's Day, I was like, hey, are you gonna buy your mom a present or the Mexican lady that raised you? Again, it was a funny joke, but the fucked up thing is that fool started kind of crying afterwards because you're like, you're right, man. My mom chose her career over raising me and my brother. She like, and I was like, oh shit, I felt bad.
I didn't mean to open up that wound.
Yeah, I was like, that was a fun. But again, the thing about the military is that you get mixed with a bunch of people from everywhere, and you fucking get to love these fools or hate them. But I don't know. It's just you get the fuck out there.
I mean, I sent Ryan like this TikTok this week about these guys in the military. You could tell they're friends, and they were just annoying each other.
Like little brothers, like brothers.
Saying, I think a lot of women don't understand like male camaraderie, especially when it comes to any. I wasn't in the military, but I played football, and I played football in college. And you go to college in middle of nowhere, and we have all these people from across the country all together on this team now. We're all around each other all the goddamn time, and those jokes happen, and us making fun of each other, and us just talking shit.
Your mama jokes.
Yeah, the lowest common denominator thing that we had in common gave us a bond over anything else. Like, oh, you like big booties too? Oh shit, we're homies now.
Yeah.
And then that's it. We don't need that much. Us making fun of each other is like a love thing. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't be talking shit to your face like this.
Right.
You know? And so it's a friendship thing that I think a lot of people don't get to experience or really truly understand.
And that's I think that's the key to comedy. Like a lot of people want to like, hey, you can't make fun of each other's differences, whether it be sexual whatever, like race, religion, whatever. I'm like, no, this is what we need to do. We need to have an open dialogue and laugh about each other. I have a lot of.
I will say there is a line though.
There is a line, obviously.
Because the people in the crowd not knowing you as a person hearing these jokes then think it's okay for them to make these like kind of jokes to like the next black person. It's happened to me where they're just like, they'll see me be comfortable with a friend. Like when we went to San Diego, we're at that bar, and when Ryan and Final Four's on, I made a joke about Taco Fall, and he was playing in college at the time. I was like, damn, that nigga's dark as shit. And I just started making fun of how dark he was with Ryan. There was a white dude sitting next to me that heard me making these jokes. And then he thought that was just open season for him to start making like racist jokes to me. Yeah. And I was just like, no, bro, like I don't know you.
That's funny though.
Yeah. Like this is awkward.
That's funny.
Oh shit, I'm unplugged.
Was that me? My bad.
Oh no, it's just the headphones.
No, but that's funny. Yeah.
No, yeah. Or how about that time that after we did the I did the improv and we're next door.
Oh yeah.
We're next door at the he filmed it for me. So we're at the Brea Improv, so next door at the Yard House, and and I'm sitting there. You know Mark Gonzalez, right? Gonzo.
I don't think I do. No.
Okay. Well, he was on the show with me. So we're sitting at the bar, and he goes to the bathroom. And like Mark and I are talking about the show and shit, and this dude at the bar next to us, he goes, "Oh, you guys are comedians?" And then we're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "This will be great." And I go, "Yes." And he's like, "I got a joke for you." I'm like, "Oh yes, here we go."
But
and he said, "Hold on." So then he says like the most racist fucking just the most offensive racist thing. I couldn't even repeat it. That's how bad it was. I just thought I don't even know exactly.
That happens a lot. Right.
So he says that, but while he's at the bathroom. And so when he comes back, I go, "Oh, dude, this guy just told me this hilarious joke."
And what did that dude say? Like, backpedaling.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I knew what it was. As soon as he came out, he's like, "Oh, this guy just told me a joke."
Awkward situations. Awkward
situations. I was like, "No, I want to hear it. Tell me, like, what was the joke?"
Yeah.
Like, oh god.
Awkward situation, or like I don't know. For me, I like going to the bars and talking to old timers. I love doing that.
I love that too.
That's where I get most of my material. At
bars.
And I was talking to my homegirl. I think you know the homegirl I'm talking about. The one that I was talking to my homegirl, and I was talking about like how I was watching Game of Thrones, and there's a scene where fucking Aquaman rapes the chick with the dragons.
Yeah.
And like my girlfriend at the time was like, you know what? If Aquaman raped me, I don't think I'd be mad. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I told my homegirl that, and like my homegirl was like, you know what? If I were to get raped and that guy got me off, I don't think I'd turn him in. And I was like, God damn, like, how bad are these guys that you guys are fucking? But again, that's why I liked her, because I was like, you got a really dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
You're my friend. But that joke gets me in a lot of trouble. But I'm like, look, a girl kind of wrote that joke if you think about it, because like my homegirl was the one that said it. I'm just repeating it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's a funny joke.
It is, but here's my. But the thing is, like, sometimes it doesn't register when you say it. It doesn't translate.
Yeah.
I said it and it killed. I don't give a fuck. I said it. And it killed.
Okay.
But it's just certain people that get offended.
Yeah, I just think what I was trying to say is just I think some people can like there's been times where like I'll write something that I'm like, but that's not really me. And then I've even like given it to my friends, like, hey, like that'll probably work with your shit more.
See, that's the difference. When I took that Rudy Moreno class at the Ice House.
Oh God!
Big shout out to hey, it helped me out,
really?
man. It helped me out.
Oh,
Rudy
okay.
Moreno.
I love Rudy, but like I don't know.
No, I love Rudy
I
because Rudy was super nice to me, dog. In this comedy game, there's not a lot of nice people. He was super nice and supportive.
Yeah.
But he told me, whenever you write your stuff, make it so that nobody can steal it. Make it so that it's all about you and. Like, you're the only one that could say that joke. So a lot of my jokes, yeah, they're kind of, you might say they're hacky or whatever, but nobody could really steal them from me because nobody has my experience, you know?
Yeah.
So, but again, I don't know. What's your experience with Rudy? What's the beef?
No, I don't. No, there's no beef.
There's
no.
Why you hate that fool?
I'm just saying.
Why you say you want to kill that fool?
No, I just don't. I really have like a.
Because it's a competition.
I don't like comedy classes and shit like that. And people,
you know what?
People who teach classes.
All right, you're right. But me, I took acting classes. I took improv classes. I took comedy. I took a comedy class at the Second City.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did my set, I was like, I saw the rest of the students. I did well. And the teacher came up to me. The teacher writes for Cartoon Network or something. He writes on a lot of shows. He went up to me and he told me, hey, man, the stuff you said was pretty cool, but it was offensive. You need to watch out. And I was like, but everybody in the class was like, dude, he was the funniest one. Why are you being a dick? The next day, I saw that fool skateboarding in Hollywood because I was going to the LA Film School. And he saw me and I was like, hey, man, what's up, man? I saw you. You're the teacher from that class. And he went up to me and he told me, hey, man, everything I told you, don't listen to me. The only reason I said that was because the school doesn't want to get in trouble. So I had to tell you to keep that shit PC, but you're fine. You're a funny comic.
Yeah, see, that's like, I mean.
Then what's the point of?
What's the point?
Yeah, if you're
but
just gonna hold people back.
That's like
yeah.
I mean, the whole point of that structure is to keep you from being good, so that you keep paying for classes.
Yeah, but again, I wanted to learn.
But think about that.
But
though.
if you didn't run into him and you weren't already doing stand up, and this is just a kid that moved,
I would have not stopped.
There's a kid that moved here from the Midwest, and he's running his lines or whatnot, and it's killing. And then your teacher, whatever, tells you,
but
that
again,
it's offensive, you can't do it.
But it taught me that there is bullshit in this business. That
I guess,
and that's one of the lessons that I'm like, you know what? Why am I gonna listen to somebody that's been doing comedy for like 10 years, 20 years.
And you're writing for Cartoon Network. Nothing.
No. He's a good guy.
You got to be in a PC space to
again.
write for Cartoon
But I'm
Network.
just saying though, like, why am I going to listen to? Because there is no right or wrong way of doing this.
Yeah.
If there was, there would be like a manual. But there isn't. Sometimes people feel you, sometimes they don't. I've gone to rooms. I've gone to rooms, your rooms, where like the people felt me, and I'm like, all right, I feel good here. And I've gone to other rooms where people are like, oh, you're a dick, you're vulgar, you're like, I'm like, all right, fuck it, you don't feel me. But there's people that like vulgar shit every once in a while.
Most places do. Mm-hmm. Places that really appreciate comedy are like really love it.
Again,
but there's a lot of high paying gigs that are.
But again, you're looking at the money now. See, that's where I get angry. Yeah. When you look at the money, that's where I'm like. Somebody asked me to do a clean show the other day, and I'm like, no, I can't do clean. I'm not a clean comic. And they're like, oh, then you're not a good comic. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not.
That's not true. Though. I don't agree with that at all. But like, here's where I kind of draw. Like, I draw a line on certain things. Like, I don't want to be told what I can and can't talk about. Mm-hmm. But like, if it's like, I'll do shows where they're like, okay, you got to keep it like PG-13. They're like, and I go, okay. I'm like, my material is not. I'm like, I just say fuck a lot. That's just because of how I talk. Yeah. I'm like, my material is pretty like, it's pretty tame. It's not
dirty.
like.
You should take that Rudy class, bro. It'll help you out. I'm just saying, no, because one of the things he told me, don't cuss. Cussing, like, the less cussing, the better you are at it. And I'm like, all right.
But you still do it anyway.
Because I'm a horrible student. But I'm just saying, though.
My point is, I would do that. I would exercise myself. I would do 15-minute sets without saying it, because it is a crutch.
Yeah.
But there are bits that I have, and some people argue, does it really help your bit? If it doesn't help your bit, then take it out. And there are bits I have where it fucking does.
I think Seinfeld only used fuck one time in his whole career. The one time that he cussed.
It's like a Superman joke.
Right, but I think he took it forever to ever say a bad word. And again, there's different people.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, what? You couldn't have a fucking 1 minute without like 4 F-bombs in there.
But look, like Richard Pryor, like early, he wasn't like that. Like when he was doing,
well, because Bill Cosby told him no.
Bill Cosby was the guy before Richard came, so everyone.
But I never liked Bill Cosby. I grew up with
Bill Cosby. No, Bill Cosby was my introduction into stand-up. Bill Cosby himself. My parents had it on tape when I was a kid, and I remember watching it in kindergarten. Because Def Comedy Jam at the time was a thing, and I could never watch it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so, like, this is stand-up you can watch. So
I mean, he never taught me stand-up, but he taught me how to rape. So,
No, but again, Richard Pryor reminds me of my family. They're vulgar. Yeah. They just say whatever that's on their mind. That's why I always like Richard Pryor. Bill Cosby, I was like, this is kind of corny. I don't really relate.
It's really like family, professional, or family.
Little
stuff.
did I know the undertones were fucking.
Yeah, a man who has no vices has some skeletons in his closet.
Yeah, that's why. But again,
quote that shit.
That's why I say drunk people always tell the truth, or people that. Richard Pryor was always fucked up, and he always told the truth, man. Like, fuck. That's why I enjoyed that fool the most.
Yeah, Richard Pryor was great. Even like when he, caught on fire when he was freebasing.
Oh my God!
It's an honest story.
Who's this? The match.
Richard Pryor. Yeah.
Richard Pryor.
Or he talked about like the domestic abuse, like with one of his wives, where he was shooting the car.
He was honesty. Honesty is always. Yeah. I think that's a lot of people tell me like, fuck, why do you come up with that? I just think of what I thought.
Yeah.
And I say it, and it's funny.
I agree. I think some of my favorite comics and the people that I'm like closest to, that I'm friends with, are the ones that like love to go on stage and speak the truth.
It's my therapy, bro.
Yeah,
this is my therapy,
totally.
bro.
But how do you feel about there's a lot of people? There's a lot of people that I don't even really get along with, or that I despise, but I just kind of keep it to myself.
I know when I say it.
That go up there and they'll do an hour, 30 minutes or whatever, and they'll crush. But then it's like, who are you though? We have no idea who. Like, all those were just jokes and jokes and jokes, and I have no idea who that person is.
That's why one of my favorite comics is I love Chris Rock, because I don't know what it is to be a black kid growing up in New York during the crack epidemic, but watching him when I was a little kid, I would watch him and I'm like, fuck. This is the same as my neighborhood.
Yeah.
This fool's talking about me. I'm a little Mexican kid in East LA.
Yeah.
But when you could do that, I think that's fucking like awesome. That I'm like, fuck. John Leguizamo has another stand-up. John Leguizamo.
So good. I love John
Freak. What was the first one? Freakaholic.
It's Freak.
Freak.
Yeah.
When I saw
Sexaholic.
Yeah, Sexaholic and Freak. When I saw John Leguizamo, I was like, damn, this motherfucker. And the way he did it with the pictures and like the music.
It was a one-man show.
And I was like,
Broadway.
damn, this motherfucker. Like, he's talking to me.
Yeah.
He puts me in his eyes. Like, fuck, I know what it is to be a little Puerto Rican kid.
Living in New
I think
York.
that's the key. Like you said, I don't know anything about you. That's why when I write my shit, I want people to feel like, fuck, I know what it is to be a little... Yeah. I'm a light-skinned Mexican. You want to know how many times I got beat up because I was a light-skinned Mexican growing up in East LA?
Yeah.
People, when I would go over to my friend's house and like knock on their doors to like play football, they thought I was a landlord's son. They would be like, "Hey, tell your dad we don't have the rent." I'm like, I'm not Armenian, lady. I'm not Jewish. I'm from here. Like, again, you guys are laughing at that, but again, it's my pain because that's the shit I grew up with. And again, it's this crazy shit that you grow up with. That's why I always say, like, my pain is what I go up there with. I just try to make people laugh, and
that's I mean, same with me. I mean, everyone knows about my dynamic with my dad and stuff because
your mom, the shit you have about your mom. I was like, God damn, that's the one she had cancer.
Yeah.
I was like, God, and again, I appreciate that because I felt something. I was like, damn, you could tell that fool was hurting, and you feel something. There's something. A comedian told me one time. There's this big, tall Salvadorian dude. I forget his name. Big tall Salvadorian dude. I was drunk as fuck downtown LA doing an open mic, And this tall Salvadorian quoted Maya Angelou to me. He was like, people won't remember what you said or how you said it. They'll only remember what you said and how you made them feel. And he's like, Maya Angelou. And I was like, God damn, that's some deep-ass. And it was at an open mic.
Yeah.
And I started like crying almost. I was like, damn, that's some deep shit, man. But I was like, yeah, you're right. Because when I did that open mic, I just went up there and I just vented. And people were telling me like, hey, man, when you went up there, people were quiet during your set because they felt it. And I was like, oh, you know what? I get some people, you'll hear the chuckles or you'll hear the quietness.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Chappelle said. As long as you get one or two, like you're fine.
Yeah.
And again,
that's a good moment too. Like I've had that a couple times where, I mean, not as many as I'd like, obviously, but like when you have them in the pocket and you're up there, and it's like
I keep doing that. I don't know why I keep doing that.
You just like you hit a big banger, and then you're on to the next one, but you have them so good that they're listening so intently for the next punchline.
Right.
It's just silence, and there's a moment where like I've had that moment where I'm like, holy shit, I have them. They're listening to me right now. This is crazy.
I remember. And again, it's also winging it. Remember when I did the your room, the Silver Dollar Saloon? There were those two ladies in the front row that I was like, hey, you guys look like Laverne and Shirley if they were on meth. And they started laughing though. I was scared. Again, I winged it, but they laughed, and but again, sometimes you have to just go for like something like, hey.
I do remember that.
That was a funny. I remember that because I was like, fuck, what am I gonna say? Like,
that was a good one too. Yeah. And then they had that one old guy there too, and it was.
What did I say about the old guy?
I think you were saying that like he was like their pimp or something.
Oh yeah. Again. It was just me being drunk at a bar, which is something I've been doing for like
exactly.
I was in the military for 12 years.
But that's what the difference between like that, and that's the thing is like you'll notice that. Well, when I met you, you were still fairly new, so I'm sure
I'm still a new fool. I'm a puppy, bro. I'm a puppy, bro.
You've been killing it, man.
I'm a puppy, dog.
You're probably more advanced than me right now.
I'm a puppy, bro.
But anyway, what I was saying is like there's just that huge, like we were talking about all the different cliques and stuff. Like bar comics are the ones that I love the most.
Same here.
Because we're the ones that can actually go on the road and adapt to like any sort of atmosphere. And if not, then it's like, who cares? We got another one coming. It's not a big deal, you know. Yeah. But it's like I'm not gonna fucking kill myself over a set like at the Comedy Store that didn't go well because it was a room full of fucking transplants who want to go there and like have some thought-provoking comedy, you know. It's like,
but you don't want, the thing about me is it doesn't matter when I do well, as soon as I get off, I'm like, I suck, I'm a piece of shit, I don't deserve this, but I need to do it again.
Yeah,
I think
it's a weird feeling, dude.
I think it's the same thing when it comes to like any kind of form of art.
Yeah,
because I feel the same thing about my writing. I'll write something, I love it when I'm doing it, and then I finish it and I reread it, I'm like, this is dog shit. And then I let somebody else read it, like, holy fuck, this is really good. I'm like, no, this is dog shit.
Were your fathers hard to please?
Absolutely.
I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think that's why
I was raised by my stepdad, but yes, he was very, very like he the only time he said he was proud of me for doing anything art wise was like,
my dad's never seen me do stand up, bro.
Really?
Yeah. He the first time I got booked at the Ice House, my dad was like, you're not funny. I was like, fuck. Right. My dad's a funny dude though, but like at the same time.
But that's what drives. Yeah, it is that. And like I told my dad I wanted to be an actor when I was like 19.
Same here.
And he laughed at me.
Same here. Same here. I went to go get my photo shots, and my dad was like looking at me. Because I don't know, it's something about like men want their kids to be like worker bees.
Yeah.
And I look at Hank Hill. Hank Hill from King of the Hill was of their G.
Yeah.
And Bobby Hill, I know Bobby Hill is based off the writer, what's his name?
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge. Yeah. Bobby Hill was very like eccentric. He's like, hey, Dad. And he wanted to do a lot of crazy shit. And it's like sometimes your dad just like wants to prevent you from being a laughing stock. There was an episode where Bobby Hill wanted to be a chubby model.
Yeah.
And like Hank was like, no, dude, ever since I was a kid, people make fun of chubby kids. Don't not be a chubby model. And it's like I think it's like our dad's trying to protect us from
Bill Burr has a bit about this. I don't know how Bill Burr.
Oh, does he?
He's talking about. He's like his wife asked him like, if we have a boy, would you let him like do drama? And he's like, absolutely fucking not. Like, no fucking way. Like, if he wants, he's like at a public school. You know, because he's gonna get beat up and made fun of. And like, if he wants to do drama, he's going to an art school where all they do is do drama and they're all dancing and singing like Glee at lunchtime.
All right, all right. But we say that because we look at drama and art as like, oh, that's fun.
But I did drama and art.
Yeah. I went. What high school did you go to?
Right here at Arroyo High School.
Arroyo High School, what year?
2004 to 2008.
Okay, I went to Roosevelt High School in 1996 to 2000. There was a bunch of gangbangers. I remember I had to get in a fight one time because I had.
You went to Roosevelt?
Yeah,
that's where my ex went.
I had a Depeche Mode fucking T-shirt and fool like gangbangers.
You a rocker fool?
You're a rocker fool?
Hey, fool.
Hey, you one of them punkers on.
You're emo? You're emo, bro? Yeah. Hey, are you gay?
Hey,
are you gay?
You a punker or what?
People don't remember that. But I was like, if I liked a certain type of music, it was fighting words, bro. Yeah. And I was like, fuck. So when people were like telling me, hey, you should try for drama, I'm like, I'm not going to get my ass kicked. I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to fight.
For my life just for wearing a T-shirt.
Right. Yeah. But again, one of my dreams, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. Like when I was a kid, I love pro wrestling, dog. The physicality. I think pro wrestlers don't get.
I think at some point everybody did. I did too, and I wanted to be a professional skateboarder and I wanted to be a professional wrestler. Those
but again,
are two things that I wanted to be.
It's an art form in itself. It's like you're telling a story. Like with physicality and like fucking whatevers, and if you get on the microphone,
acrobatics.
When The Rock got the mic, Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, I was like, God damn, these fools are talking. Like when Ric Flair, you see some of those Ric Flair promos, I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker's a shit.
Yeah, dude.
Roddy Piper, Macho Man.
Fucking Macho Man's promos are my favorite.
Yeah. If you smell like The Rock, Austin, I was like, God damn, these fuckers are. It's monologue and it's comedy, it's pathos, it's all acting. Yeah. I took an acting class and the teacher was like, dude, you're fucking really good at acting. How'd you get so good? When you tell me to be scary, I think of The Undertaker. When you tell me to be cocky, I think of Ric Flair. When you tell me to be crazy, I think of Ric Flair. Like, Again, it's just it's weird how wrestling, you don't think about it, but it is the first time a kid sees acting and physicality on stage. Like you're an actor and a stuntman. Yeah. Two of my buddies are actually professional wrestlers. Big shout out to Los Luchas. They wrestle in the LA scene. Those fuckers actually, not gonna lie, one of the reasons I started doing comedy was when I was in the Coast Guard. I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I gave it up because my dad was like, dude, give it up. Just join the military. Get the fuck out of here. Like, so I joined the military. I was 12 years in. I saw two of my buddies were wrestling, and they were wrestling and living their dreams out. And I was like, fuck, I gave up on my dream. Yeah. My dream was to do that. So when I got out, I was like, what's your second dream? I was like, you know what? You always like comedy. Why don't you try that? That's why I started doing this. I was like, you know what? I get the same rush. I got videos of me jumping off a roof, landing on fools. And when you do that and like the whole crowd is like clapping, like, oh my God, it's a rush you don't get. Yeah. Once I started doing stand-up and the laughs, you get that same rush again. Yes. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry if I took over, man.
No, that's the whole point.
That's the point. No, when I know our other friend Javi, we talk about this. He was in drama too before me, but we this area here. I'm gonna be honest, like it is a little more acceptable to be in the arts
now.
When I was going too.
Yeah, really? Right now my neighborhood is so gentrified, it fucking sucks, man.
Really?
It's like white people moving in, and I'm like,
you like Depeche Mode too?
Well. You know what? The first time I ever finger banged a girl was to Personal Jesus. To this day, my fingers go like boom, 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 boom. Your own personal Jesus. I do my fingers to the Personal Jesus, dog. You don't remember the first time you did that? You remember that song? I remember that song. Now, I still keep my beat. My finger banging beat to that fucking song, man. Your own personal Jesus. Again, I'm just being honest. It's not even.
I can't. I'll never be able to.
I'll never listen to that song again. I'm just gonna think about you.
No, think about it. Think about it when you're finger banging a girl. My own personal Jesus. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man!
I'm telling you, man. I remember that. That's why I like Depeche Mode, man. You know. I got
a finger bang.
I got a story. I don't know if I should say it.
Go ahead, do it.
All right, you guys remember that Vegas shooting?
Yeah.
I was there for that.
Yeah.
But the reason I was there for that was because I don't like country music, but
During the shooting.
yeah, no. The reason I was there because Depeche Mode was playing Saturday at the that new fucking T-Mobile Center.
Yeah.
So me and my ex told my ex, I'm like, me and Depeche Mode.
Was she the one you fingered?
No, it was just after. But me and my ex were like, we went to a Depeche Mode concert at Staples, and then like I was like, dude, Depeche Mode's playing Saturday. Let's go to Vegas. Let's go fucking have a good time.
Yeah.
So we went. We saw Depeche Mode Saturday. We go back to my hotel. We get drunk. Sunday is when the shooting happened. Sunday, the shooting happened at 10:12. Now, me and my girl were in my hotel room. Now, that was the debut of Curb Your Enthusiasm, the season premiere, which was like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So I told my girl, I'm like, hey, let's fucking watch Curb Your Enthusiasm before we go out drinking. So we stayed inside we were staying at the Hooters Casino, which was right behind where the whole shooting happened.
Yeah.
So we're watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, funny ass episode. We fucking get our drinks. We fucking get on the elevator, start going down. It's like 10:40 now. Shooting's already started. We go down the elevator. When we get to the lobby, we get out and we see a bunch of people with blood running around like, oh my God, there's a shooter. There's a shooter in the crowd. And in my head, I didn't know the shooter because I just went out there. I thought the shooter was in the Hooters Casino.
Oh, okay.
And at that moment, I was like, if this shooter shoots my girl, I don't have to break up with her and be a bad guy. And again, I wanted to break up with her then, but I'm just saying, like, that's when you know you want to break up with somebody, man. Like, I was like, damn, because I loved her, but I didn't want to break her heart, you know? I was like, damn. In my head, I did two things. The first thing I did was I took a drink of my drink because I didn't want to spill it if we were going to run. I was like, hold on. Because they told me, there's a shooter. And I was like, all right, hold on. I took a drink of my drink. But then the first thing I was like, if this bitch gets shot, I don't have to be the bad guy and break her heart, you know? It's kind of fucked up that you think that. That's when I knew I kind of had
That's when you knew you had to end it.
Yeah.
I
officially knew it was over.
It was still another 2 years after that.
Oh, my God.
Nah, I hope she doesn't watch this, man. She get mad. Nah, it's because I didn't want to be the bad guy, man. You know, you get in a
Right,
relationship.
you want somebody else to do it.
I used to tell her, like, I wish you would just cheat on me so I won't be the bad guy.
Yeah.
That's how bad I want to get out of the relationship, man. I was like, if you cheat on me, I could just walk away and I'm not the bad guy. Ah, man. I don't know, man. It's like when you love somebody, but you know it's like you're like,
yeah, but you
deserve better.
You love the person, but you don't love the relationship.
Yeah.
I feel that.
He's comfortable.
You got complacent. Yeah, consistency. I don't. All right. That's a new joke that I've been working on.
That's great,
dude. Yeah.
But the fucked up thing is that it's 100% true. And again, that's why I say some of my
some truth.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier.
and I was like, fuck. And nobody else could. If somebody else steals that joke or
let's talk about. Hold on.
Thinks about that joke. I'm like, fuck you. You were not there. I was there. I got pictures. I got video. I got Snapchats. Nobody could think of that joke but me. So fuck you guys.
Yeah. I didn't know you were about to do. You were doing a bit.
I didn't either.
I thought you were just telling a true story. You were there.
No, it wasn't. It's.
I know it's a true story.
It's a true story and it's a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
but it's a true story.
Right. I just did not see that coming.
Me neither. How about the joke that Fat Mike from No Effects made about that whole shooting?
What did he
you
say?
hear about that?
He got in some trouble.
He got in some big trouble.
What did he say?
Because at Punk Rock Bowling that same year, he said that he was like, it's a good thing none of these punk rockers are there. It's a good thing none of you guys listen to country music or something like that.
Yeah.
He's like, because he was like, yeah, none of us are there because country sucks.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's a funny joke.
But they're a punk rock band, you know. But they're known for doing that kind of shit. They're known for doing that kind of shit. But after that, it's like somebody took that video, and like the media took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna take this and make fun. Like, I'm never gonna make it in Hollywood because of what I just said, and I don't care. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
That's all right.
I again, it's just shit that I think about. Like, again, one of the things that I said was, remember when that Orlando shooting happened at that gay club?
Yeah.
I was like, I was just saying, like, if you're like the CSI guy and you go in the men's bathroom and you're like, there's a bunch of bullet holes in here. I mean, people are all like, nah, the shooter didn't come in here. I'm like, why are there holes in here? Why are there holes in here then? But I don't want to get in trouble with the gay community because I love you guys. You're really cool. There's a bunch of holes in the men's bathroom, sir. Like the shooter didn't go in there.
We didn't find any blood in here, but we found a bunch of semen samples.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that one.
No, that's funny too.
Right,
That's really
I thought that
funny.
was funny because I was like, yeah, how are they gonna know?
Oh my god.
I'm not an asshole. I'm a nice guy. It's cause look it, man. I think of my. All right. No. I think Ricky Gervais and my mom, my dad, they always told me, look, whenever there's a dark situation, you have to try to find a little bit of light.
Always.
I think Mel Brooks said that. Mel Brooks said the reason Jewish people are so funny is because they've been through hell.
No.
If you've been through fucking hell, you could see a little bit of light in whatever is fucked up. That's why Jewish people have such a great sense of humor. My dad used to tell me, if you can make a Jewish person laugh, you got a really good sense of humor because they've been through hell.
Yeah.
And again, I think Jewish writers are some of the funniest people. But again, there's some black people in this country, the Wayans brothers, Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. They've seen the hell that black people have gone through, and that's why they're the most creative. You need a little bit of pressure and a little bit of hell to be a shining star. And
a little bit of trauma.
A little bit of trauma makes you a star. And a lot of people get mad at me, but I'm like, look, man. I have a funny sense of humor, but it didn't come into like till my mom got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and then I was like, you know what? A lot of my bits are about my mom doing with that shit. You have a bit about your mom with cancer, and I was like, fuck. Yeah. When you said that bit, I was like, God damn, and you make me say that, and I was like, God damn, this motherfucker got like some fucked up shit to say, but it was funny because you meant it from a good place.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't get that. And that's what pisses me off. Dude, you need to go through some hell to appreciate it. Like Smokey Robinson said.
Can we hear that bit really quick?
Because I'm not sure. Okay.
All right, yeah, I'll fucking. I said all right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I said.
What? Oh, he's talking about the cancer bit.
Oh, the cancer bit.
I don't know which one you're talking.
You have the cancer bit that you have about your mom.
I mentioned a few about my mom, but.
But again, when you mention it, I could hear the laughter, but I could also hear your pain.
Well, I have a bit about how I set it up by talking about my mom having cancer, and then doing. Are you talking about the one about the girl at work?
I think that's the one, yeah.
And and I set it up because I'm like, oh, my mom's a breast cancer survivor, and I have a joke, I have a punch at the beginning when I talk about my dad. I go, my mom's a breast cancer survivor, and the bravest thing she's ever done is let that guy come inside of her. But then later I talk about how my mom was a breast cancer survivor, and I was doing promotional things, or I was doing fundraisers and benefits to try and raise money for treatment and all this stuff, and then everybody at my office knew that. So there was this woman that I ran into in the break room, and she goes, "Oh, how's your mom doing?" And I was like, "Oh, it's nice that you asked. She's doing okay, but chemo's a real motherfucker, but she's staying real positive. I think she's gonna get through it." And she goes, "Oh, really? That's good to hear, because I just come from a really healthy family, and I don't know what that's like."
I'm like, fuck you, bitch.
And so the punch is that I play the long game because this woman would always come over and talk to me about her kids and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck Jimmy is, but apparently he's not good at math. Yeah. And I was like, so I just waited, and the next time she came over to my cubicle and she was like, "Oh, Jimmy's failing PE," I was like, "Oh yeah, that's crazy." I'm like, my mom didn't raise a bunch of fucking retards, so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, that's the one. But again, I could tell that it came from a good place. That you're like, you love your mom, and it was like, fuck, I need to make fun of this.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up with.
Yeah.
I always say some of the best times I ever had is family funerals, because my cousins, uncles
man. Yes, there's nothing like a Latin funeral.
Uncles come over and we all try to make each other laugh because they're like, fuck, and you're like,
Latino funerals are the best. I'm half, but I was raised by my entire Latino family.
But so again,
so it's just dude, the best time I had was when my great grandma died.
That is when a great grandparent dies, everybody gotta bring their A game.
Everyone's there.
It's like a roast for especially if it's a fucking they put you in ashes. Yeah, it's a roast, but but I'm just saying though,
dark roast.
I'm just I've always said it. I love when as fucked up as it is to say, I don't want to say it, but when a family member dies, all my uncles, aunts, cousins come over,
Well,
and we clown each other.
It's a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing because that's why I think that's why it's so important for families like that to do it.
Yeah.
It's because everyone comes out. It's a celebration.
I remember one time, my dad, we had an aunt that died, and my mom put out like a suit for my dad, and like my dad was like, I got a dentist appointment Saturday, I can't wear the suit to the dentist appointment, I'm gonna look like a loser. So my dad like took some construction boots, some jeans, and like a shirt to the dentist office, and he's like, I'll come back, I'll change. But my dad was running out of time, so my dad showed up to the funeral wearing like jeans and construction boots, and like my dad was standing there, and my mom was like, hey Luis, start fucking putting in the hole, like they thought she was. My mom was like they thought, like my mom was pissed because like that fool like showed up looking like a loser, and like my mom was like, everybody thought you were one of the fucking like fools ever. Yeah, the groundskeeper. I was like, damn, that was a fun, and that's my mom, yo. My mom was funny.
That's hilarious,
Yeah,
man. No, I know my grandpa here, my tata. He's the funniest motherfucker I've ever met.
Right?
Like, he cracks me the fuck out. But he's kind of an idiot though. Like, but he's so
honest,
funny
because he's honest.
Yeah, yes, dude. Like I can sit and watch him and my grandma bicker, and it's like comedy to me. I just watch them just fucking fight, and he's just such a dummy, and he'll just say stupid shit, and then he'll dig himself a deeper hole, and then I'm just like, you shouldn't have said that.
One of my biggest joys the older I get is watching my dad with a fly swatter try to kill flies, dog. Do you ever see an old person with a fly swatter, man? Because like, no, but it's like fucking life or death. Like, it's so funny, man. I sometimes just sit in the kitchen and look at my dad like flying flies. I just laugh.
Well, okay, I know it sounds stupid, but this was one of the funniest ones when I was living here. My grandpa was actually still drinking coffee. He like opens up a new tin of coffee. Right. First of all, he's not even supposed to be drinking coffee. He's diabetic.
Oh shit.
And so he opens up a brand new tin of coffee, and my grandma sees him, and she's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What?" She's like, "Why are you opening that?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know." And she's like, "There's an already open one there." She's like, "You're not supposed to be drinking coffee anyway." And he was like, and he's like, "Oh, I was making it for." He makes it up. I was making it for Ryan. she goes, right. She's like, Ryan's just waking up. Because I'm just getting up. And he's like, I was going to have it ready for him. And then she's like, you're such a liar. She's like, why did you open the brand new one when there's one open there? He's like, I didn't open it. I just was letting the air out. And then he closes it and puts it back. I didn't open it. I was just letting the air out.
Guys, that's a guy's guy. But see, that's a guy's guy. I like that. He's a guy. That's how guys are. We just don't like getting heckled by women. He's a guy's guy. I like that. That's like,
no, he's always been that way.
That's a guy's story.
And he loves little cheesy fucking jokes and shit. He'll say stupid things.
I remember.
Okay, hold on. When my brother announced that they were having a baby, when my niece was being born, he goes, like everyone's like, oh shit, it's all a big thing. Like they announced it at Thanksgiving, and my grandpa's just sitting there, and he goes, I just became great.
That's a good dude. All right. I one time there's a story. I had a great uncle. He was diabetic, and he's like supposedly in the family. He was known as like the religious uncle. And my uncle Bonet, who's the funniest dude in Boyle Heights, they went to a bachelor party. And so they had a stripper, and my uncle was sitting in the corner, like quiet, like not doing anything. So my uncle was like, told the stripper, hey, like he put some whipped cream on her titty. He's like, go over to my uncle and like let that fool lick the whipped cream off your titty. So like all my cousins and uncles were like standing around, and the stripper went over, sat on his lap, and like everybody's looking at my uncle like, oh fuck, did we fuck up? Is he super religious? Yeah. And my uncle was like super old. He's like, uncle, you don't like that shit? He's like, no, I'm a diabetic. he wipes the whipped cream off her titty and starts sucking on it. And everybody started cracking out like, God damn. Like, but he said it in Spanish. In Spanish, like, no, soy diabético. And then he went. Damn, my uncle was funny. My uncles are cool as well.
That's fucking hilarious.
No, soy diabético.
That's so funny, man. Well, I mean, that's how I got more like back in touch with like a few of my cousins was after my great grandma died.
Isn't it weird when that's when you get in touch with
like
your
because now we were all adults, so we were like, it's like, oh, now we all have cell phones, and now like there's no reason for us to not be talking, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
But again, I feel like we should not be in touch that often like we used
wow,
to
that's
be.
a Karen move. What was a Karen move?
It was old.
Oh, that was like a half hour ago. Oh, okay.
I don't even pay attention to these motherfuckers. But I'm saying
about your the healthy family.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh, healthy fan. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. The Karen
You guys
move, yeah.
remember that shit? Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it there then. Let's do that. We keep it at about an hour, dude. We think.
All right, cool.
Thank you so much for coming.
Nah, that shit was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I learned a lot, man.
It was a
Fuck.
lot of fun. Yeah, well, you were just hitting me up to like just sit in here and talk, or to
I
like
wanted
check it
to
out.
just sit in the background.
Yeah, just like watch how we do this shit. Well, I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it, just come on and you can check it out.
Kick
yeah.
ass.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming through. This is
Yeah, man.
it's been a lot of fun. This will be up ready to listen to tomorrow, but it'll live on YouTube and usually Facebook, but Facebook's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan P. Demers. Make sure you go to patreon.com/hitthemics and subscribe. We do have t-shirts available now. So
Are they available? I
we
knew they were
can
coming.
we will get them done if you go and actually become a Patreon member.
Production.
And also, if you get on the Stereo app and set up a Stereo event to talk to me, we can make that happen too. I'm at Ryan P. Demers on Stereo. And Steve?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Steve X Rogers, Instagram at Steve J Rogers. There's a lot of Steve Rogers out there, so fuck it. And yeah, that's it for me.
If you guys got OnlyFans, although I was thinking about it. No. Noriega Comedy Instagram. I'm trying to do a podcast. I'm trying to do YouTube videos, but I'm lazy.
Well, we'll talk after this. And,
We're gonna talk.
We'll talk after this.
Noriega Comedy on Instagram, though.
All right. That's about it. Thanks, Michael. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Famcast Media.
Fun, boy.